Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am filming a full face makeup tutorial. I want to show you guys step by step how I achieve this look. Now if you want to see how I achieve this look, please continue watching. I'm gonna start off by applying the foundation all over my face using the back of my spoolie to just put the foundation all over my face, and I'm gonna go in with more foundation. What I'd like to do is to put the foundation at the back of my hand and warm it up before I apply it. And once I've put it on my face, I'm just gonna go in with the Fix Bar spray just to add in that moisture and start blending. I wanted to fast forward this part, but I really wanted you guys to see how I apply the foundation all over my face. Now the foundation that I used is a very matte foundation, and if you're a bit slow it can get very matte before you actually blend it. So the trick is to just be very fast when you are applying this foundation. Now the foundation that I used seems a bit too light for me, so I am going in with a foundation that is much darker, just so that I can get the perfect shade that matches my skin. I am going in again with a beauty blender to make sure that the foundation is well blended into my skin and I get that seamless look, because the brush sometimes it does give you lines. So if you go in with the blender, with the beauty blender, it just blends everything together and it puts the foundation into your skin, which is the final look that you would want from your foundation. Now after doing that, I'm gonna go in with a loose powder that matches my skin and sort of set the foundation, because I want a very matte look, so the loose powder helps me with that. So the loose powder that I used matches my skin tone. It's in the shade Caramelized from Yardley London, and I'm blending and blending again. Now once I'm done blending, I'm gonna go in with a concealer that's 2 shades lighter than my skin tone to highlight the parts of my face that I want to highlight, like my chin, under my eyes, top on the bridge of my nose, and even underneath my brows. I really love doing this step because it sort of gives me a guide where I would need to draw my eyebrows, and I sort of let the concealer set for a couple of minutes while I blend in my contour. So the contouring cream that I used here, it's not that dark, so I'm gonna go in later on with a contouring powder just to bring in that defined contouring line that I would like. Now once you're done with your contouring, you can go in to blend your concealer because it would have set enough, and what you would like to do is use a damp beauty blender to blend in your concealer. If you're not happy with your concealer, I prefer a bright under eye, so I then, after blending out the first shade of concealer, I go back in with a much lighter concealer just to put it at tip inner corners of my eye and let it set while I blend the other concealer. So when I come back to it again, I can easily blend the concealer out, and there you have it. I'm gonna have a very bright under eye look. This is a step that you should not skip: setting your concealer. You do not want your concealer to crease, so it is very important that you set your concealer. You set your concealer immediately when you're done. So everywhere where you've put a very bright concealer, go back in there to set it again. And I like to use a brush at first to apply the translucent powder, and then to bake, because I want this makeup to stay in for much longer. So I am definitely gonna bake under my eyes, and I'm using a damp beauty blender again, and I'm going it very slow at this step, and I am applying lots and lots of product than when I did before, when I was just tapping in the product on my skin using the brush. So you're gonna do that on both sides. You're gonna apply a lot of product closer to your nose, and you're gonna take again some of the product and apply it on the bridge of your nose. And while that's set, you're gonna go in onto your eyebrows and start feeling in your brows. If you guys want me to show you how I do my brows, I'll do a very short detailed video showing how I get my brows done. Do let me know on the comment section. I'll definitely do that. I like doing my brows starting off at the tail of my brows and then filling it in as I go. I don't like using a brow pencil as well. I've had difficulties using a brow pencil, hence I'm using a brow pomade. And once I'm done, I'm just gonna go in with the concealer shade that I used to just clean the tail of my brows, and there you have it. I have a very crisp, clean eyebrow. So I do that on both sides. I do it on the left and also on the right. I try my almost to have brows that are identical, but I don't always win, so I guess you can always get away with it. As someone once said to me that brows are not identical twins, but they are sisters. And you know what? I agree with that person, because sometimes brows just don't look the same, no matter how hard you try. But at this point, I was really happy with my brows, like really happy. Now once again, I am going in with a contouring powder. Like I said before, that the cream contour that I used, I realized that it's not that dark, so I'm gonna compensate that using a contouring powder. And there I am blending it in an upward motion, because I want to have that lifted cheekbone, as if my face is snatched, darling. Now once you are done contouring your face, you're gonna take a powder brush and dip the top powder brush into a loose powder to just set your face where you haven't applied any powder. And I'm gonna move on to the eyes. Now I'm applying a transitioning color for my eyes, because I am going for a more subtle eye look. So the color I went for, it's a bit brown, burgundy sort of color, because I'm going for a very subtle eye look. Now you're gonna apply that and make sure that it is well blended before you move on to the next shade. At this moment, I was realizing that I haven't contoured my nose, and what I like contouring my nose using a powder contour while these baking powders are still in place. It sort of guides me where to apply my contour. So if you could notice, I am dragging it into the inner corners of my eyebrow, where my eyebrow starts, and I'm dragging it down, all the way down to my nose, but I'm not dragging it all the way to the tip of my nose, right? So this will give me the snatched nose that I like. And the trick always is to make sure that you blend your product till you are satisfied. You do not want to have any harsh lines, so that's why I highly recommend that you blend. Now do not worry about transferring a brown shade onto your eyelid. It is fine, because I am going for a subtle look anyway, so that is gonna be fine. Now I'm applying the transition shade on my eyelid on my right eye because I've already applied it on my left eye. So this is just me making sure that it is well blended on the side and it matches the other side as well. And using a different brush, I am going in with a dark with a much brown shade, eyeshadow shade, just so I could have that ombre look on my eyes. And I'm obviously going to do that on the other side as well. From time to time, you'd want to look in the mirror and see if you've applied it correctly. And if you'd noticed, I might have applied a lot of it on this side. That's why I'm going back again with the first brush I used that has the transition shade to just make sure that it's well blended. And I'm going in again to try and blend it out and to get to sort of remove the harsh lines that dark shade might have caused. So you want to stop from time to time, look in the mirror to compare the sides so you have identical eye shades. You wouldn't want to have a very dark brow right eye and a very light left eye. They must look identical, or try to make them look identical. Now once I have my two shades blending in into each other, I am going to apply a very light shade on my crease. And how I'm doing that, I am using a very flat brush to sort of pack that onto my eyelid. I'm not doing a cut crease, but I'm doing something like a cut crease. The reason why I'm saying I'm not doing a cut crease is because I didn't remove the shade underneath there, and I didn't apply an eyeshadow base. I just went in with the lighter shade and I'm sort of picking it and in a shape and following the shape of my crease. That would still give me a very sided look. It's not going to be that intense, but yeah, to me it does something. So if you don't want a very intense cut crease, I would say use this method. And then once you're done picking the lighter shade, you can then go in with the brush that you were using to apply the transition shade to sort of apply more of that lighter shade on your eyelid. And if you can look at it, it is well blended. I love what I did with my eyeshadow. One shadow is one of the things that I'm still struggling with. I'm still learning how to do, but I think I did a very good job. I'm very proud of myself here. Now the one thing I like doing is highlighting the inner corners of my eyes. I am using a very light eyeshadow here. I think it's a faint pink. Yes, so I am just packing it in there on my inner corners, and it does the things to my eyes, you guys. It's just highlighting my eyes the way I like it. And I've tried this technique not so long ago, and I think I'm gonna keep doing it because it just makes my eyes look so good. And now using a very small brush, I am applying the transition color that I applied on my eyelid on my waterline, right? No, not on my waterline, I'm sorry, underneath my waterline, just to close in that eye look, because I feel like when you don't apply eyeshadow on underneath your waterline, I'm just like, this look is not complete, yo. Like, do something. And when you're done, go in onto your waterline and apply an eyeliner. The eyeliner I'm using here, it's in the shade Charcoal. I really love it. If you can like use a different color or use black, or you can even use white. But I'm loving the charcoal color. I think it completes my eye look. You just want to be very careful here when you're doing this step. I don't think you can poke your eyes though, but I know some people must just be like, what if you poke our eyes? But I don't think you will. It just takes a lot of practice, and once you get it right, you're gonna be fine. And there I am. Once you're done with the step, just apply in mascara. I like apply mascara before I go in with my false lashes, just so it could keep my lashes, my natural lashes, in place, and to also give some life to my lower lashes, because without the mascara, really, my lower lashes, you can't really see them. If you want a more natural brow look, you can go in with the mascara, but use a very light hand to sort of set your eyebrows, and it will give your eyebrows a more natural eyebrow look. And on the inner corners, you can apply, I'm applying a very dark eyeliners just on the inner corners of my eye to give my eyes that more defined shape. Now to stick on my lashes, I am applying the lash glue on the lash band, and I'm gonna this is the lash glue. I'm just trying to show you guys, but it doesn't show, but this is a lash glue from Essence. I'm applying the lash glue. It is white, but it dries clear, so I'm applying the lash glue on my lash band, and I'm gonna let that air dry for a bit, probably for a minute, and I'm only gonna apply the lashes once the glue is a bit tacky. So you do that on both lashes, and you put them aside, and then you try and do something else while the glue dries. So I can never apply anything on my lips without lining my lips. I feel like this step is very important for anybody, really, whether you're doing a simple lip look where you're going to just apply lip gloss, or a very bold lipstick. Please do line your lips. It is very important to line your lips. It defines the shape of your lips even more. So this is a step that I never miss. Now that we're done, we can now go back. Oh yes, so sort of blending in the contour again, because you can never blend enough, child. and you can never have enough of that eyeshadow color on the inner corners of your eye as well. I think my lashes are now a bit dry and they're now tacky, ready for me to stick them on. So how I like apply my lashes, I hold my mirror down below my chin and I look down into my mirror so I can see the lash line, and I'll apply it. I use my hands to apply the lashes. I've tried using a tweezer before, but it just doesn't work for me. So I would take the lashes, stick it on to my lash line, because the mirror is, I'm looking down into the mirror, so I'd stick it on using the middle part, and then once the middle part is attached to my lash line, then I'm gonna try and stick on the outer corners, and there you have it, my lash is on. Now what you did on this side, you also do it again on the other side. If you guys want to see a more detailed video of how I apply my lashes, please do let me know on the comment section down below. I will definitely do it. I'll be glad to do it. Even though I know lashes are like a very difficult thing to stick on, but hi Bandla, a look without lashes, sometimes it's not giving what we wanted to give, so we have to learn how to do lashes whether we like it or not, unless you're an individual lash girl. But if you're not and you prefer the old lash strip, I will definitely do a video and show you guys how I stick on my lashes if this was not sufficient enough. I mean, at this point I am ready to snap this face, because look at this makeup, everything is so well blended together. I'm in love and I'm obsessed, honestly. My favorite LiQWYD from Rimmel London, this red lipstick, you guys. I think I've had it for over a year now. Is it more? But this LiQWYD, guys, it does it for me all the time. It's a matte lipstick, so it does dry on your skin, but it's not once you've applied it on your lips, really it's not extremely dry. I don't know if I'm making sense, but it is a very good lipstick. I love the formula. If you're looking for a very good matte LiQWYD, I highly recommend this lipstick, and it is also affordable as well. I think it's something less than 200, so yeah, do check it out if you love a bold red LiQWYD. Because honestly, you cannot go wrong with a red lipstick. One thing about a red lipstick, it makes a statement. It takes your look from 0 to 100. Like, it just completes your makeup look. At this moment, I wasn't too sure if that is me or that's someone else. But you can get away with not applying blush, but knowing me, there's no way I wasn't going to apply blush. I feel like every product at this point is my favorite, but blush really is my favorite. I love what it does to my face, and it hurts me because blush is one of the first things to leave your face, really, but I still apply it anyway. So this is me applying lots and lots of blush on my face, because a look without a blush, honestly, I don't think it's complete enough. And also remember to remove the powders from your face. I tend to forget sometimes, but yeah. And the next step here is to apply bronzer. I'm using my favorite one from Rimmel London. I think at this point I love Rimmel London so much. I feel like their product is so good and they're so slept on. Rimmel London is the girly she thinks she is. If you're looking for good products, go to Rimmel London. Listen, also one thing that makes me happy is applying highlighter. Oh my god. Just look at that. Look at that. Look at, like, I feel like that highlighter just took my face from 150 to 500%, if there's such a thing. No, no, shine bright like a diamond. I'm joking, guys, but I really love a highlighter and it makes me so happy when I get a very good highlighter for my face. And this Rimmel London highlighter, it does the thing. Look at it when I tan and look the other way, guys. That glow, oh, man. All the more reasons for you to get a highlighter. At this point, I feel like this is not a tutorial anymore. I'm just hyping myself up and raving about my makeup. But yeah, guys, that's it. That's it. Oh, don't forget to set your makeup once you are done. Apply lots and lots of the setting spray. You won't regret it. You need to apply it. And yeah, guys, that's it. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you enjoyed this, please give it a huge thumbs up. Please do comment down below. Let me know what you think and what you're looking forward to seeing more of. And see you guys on the next one. Bye.